My boyfriend tested me by faking an affair, then got mad I didn't forgive him. I, 26 female, have been with my boyfriend, 28 male, for almost 3 years. We've had our ups and downs but always came back stronger, until last week. Out of nowhere, he left his phone face up on the couch while he went to shower. A message popped up from a girl I didn't know. Last night was amazing. Hope your girlfriend didn't notice. Face blowing kiss emoji. I froze. My heart dropped. I felt like throwing up. I didn't say anything until he came out. Then I handed him the phone and said, "You want to explain this?" He laughed. Then he said it was a test. A test. He had his cousin text him pretending to be a side chick to see how I'd react if I thought he cheated. His reasoning? If you really trust me, you wouldn't jump to conclusions. I lost it. I told him that was emotional manipulation, not a trust experiment. He got defensive and said I failed the test by not giving him the benefit of the doubt. He's been sulking ever since, and even said maybe we're not compatible long-term if I can't understand his sense of humor. My gut says this is insane, but he's so convinced he did nothing wrong that I'm starting to question myself. Is it me? Now for the top advice. Are you sure it was a test? That sounds like it could be the lame excuse of someone who got caught cheating. Either way, run. He either 1. Cheated. 2. Is gonna keep doing stupid little manipulative tests to test your loyalty. Or 3. Wanted to make sure you'd forgive him for cheating so he can gauge how loyal to be in the future. None of those scream partner of your dreams. I don't think it was a test. Never known anyone to do that, but I have heard of this excuse before. He cheated and is a master at manipulating and lies. He had to have cheated. I don't believe him. Like, test him then. Nobody would want to stay with a partner that cheated on them. If it's an open relationship and you agreed to that, then sure, but it sounds like it wasn't. He sucks either way. If it was a test, is the outcome to see how you react if he really did cheat, and you should be okay with that behavior? I still don't think it was a test. I think he actually cheated. If this was my boyfriend, he would be gone. I'm too good to people and caring to be treated like this. I hope you feel the same about yourself. We all deserve respect and love from our partners. This guy sounds like he's mentally ill, a master manipulator, and just a terrible future husband. I would be done. My partner and I love each other too much to pull that nonsense. He's either insane and doesn't care about your feelings, or if you get hurt. Your partner should be your best friend and absolutely care about the type of day you are having, never want to see you sad or down, and help cheer you up. I would never be okay with hurting my partner. It would hurt me to see them so sad. Or he actually cheated. Doesn't matter which one it is, honestly. If he actually tested you, then he's not all there in the head. You need a loving and real man, not some mentally ill baby to be by your side. Speaking as an early 40s male, if this is the crap your 28-year-old boyfriend is pulling, GTFO. Run and don't look back. He is an immature little boy still. Don't waste your time and emotions on him. Exactly. Immature, and probably not all there in the head. Find a real man who cares about you when you feel grief. Just you describing how you felt when you saw that. Nausea, your stomach dropping. If I or my partner intentionally made either one of us feel this way, it would break our hearts. I never want to make my man's day worse. It would hurt me so badly to see him upset. Same for him, he would never want to hurt me. The perk of having a partner is that you have a best friend, someone to confide in, someone who cares about your emotional being. This is not a good person. I do want to add that it's up to us, ourselves, to make us happy. I would never expect my partner to make me as a person happy, because I personally have to choose happiness. And so does he. But neither of us would ever intentionally hurt each other. Life is hard enough every day. If someone is intentionally bringing you down, then that's a bad person, mentally ill without any empathy or respect for you. Next story. I ruined my best relationship because I can't get over my first ex-girlfriend. General information to this would be, I, 25 male, met my recent ex-girlfriend, 24 female, about 4 years ago. We started dating in 2020. Let's call her Maya. It's been the best relationship I've been in so far. She provided for me, cared, and reassured me. Overall, the most important things to me was she allowed me to be sensitive and vulnerable, something I have never been able to do in any previous relationship. If words could grow a garden, I'd have an entire tulip field if it came to describing her as a person. Overall, the most beautiful soul that has ever crossed my path. She is truly the light of my life. But for some reason, I haven't been able to get over my very first high school ex-girlfriend. I don't know if it was the tumultuous nature of the relationship that left me with extremely confusing feelings. I was not loyal in that relationship, which resulted in 6 to 7 years of being on and off. I am not proud of my infidelity, and that person is no longer who I am today. I can't seem to get over her, even if I know Maya is my first love and the one I would kill for. Before anybody says anything, I have never cheated on Maya. That thought never crossed my mind. Maya has caught me searching for their socials various times throughout our relationship. I never meant any harm by it. I get curious, but I know it was hurting Maya. I had done this one last time, which resulted in Maya breaking things off with me about a month ago. We have been no contact for 4 to 5 weeks now. I miss her so much. Her daily routine was intertwined with mine. I was okay the first week or two, but the third week hit, and I haven't been able to control my emotions. I'm not here to receive any scolding, as I am doing that to myself. I truly want advice to help me through this. I know Maya is the one I want, and it pains me that I ruined this. She has blocked me on everything. What will help me move on from my high school ex-girlfriend? Why can't I? Now for the top advice. I'm not here to receive any scolding. Then what exactly are you here for? You know people are going to dog on you because you've been hung up on your high school ex-girlfriend for 4 years during your relationship with your first love and the one you would kill for. For the record, cheating doesn't have to be physical. It sounds like you were still emotionally invested in your high school ex, and I'm not so sure that if she actually did somehow pop up in your life, you wouldn't reach out to her, seeing as how you're borderline trying to stalk her socials. Advice: have better self-control and work on yourself. Speak to a therapist about your obsessive tendencies and fixation on this ex, whom you weren't even loyal to, cheated on, and treated like crap. The irony is that, after spending all those years having a very one-sided emotional affair with his first girlfriend, his next girlfriend will need to endure him having a very one-sided emotional affair with the perfect Maya. I don't want a relationship. I want to be alone. I just want to work on myself to get to a point where I can feel confident enough to reach out to Maya. I acknowledge that I need to be single for a while. I'm not going to scold you, but I will be very blunt though. Leave Maya alone and get therapy. You seem to have some obsessive tendencies that are only going to hurt her in the long run. The fact that you, after cheating on your high school ex, obsessed over her to the point of ruining your current relationship means there is something in you currently that needs a lot of introspection and personal growth. Consider your relationship with her dead. I honestly don't care how much of a different person you think you are. She deserves someone who can wholeheartedly meet her in the tulip field, not someone she has to constantly look over the shoulder of to make sure your eyes aren't wandering. She doesn't deserve that anxiety. Sometimes the cheating is due to different root problems than simple narcissism and being a pathological cheater. OP sounds like a self-absorbed but also self-sabotaging man. He does need to seek professional help if he wants something to change. Next story. How do I reassure my ex-girlfriend of my feelings? My ex-girlfriend, we'll call her Amber, 30 female, and I, 29 male, were together for 9 months before we broke up. Before that, I was with a girl, we'll call her Caitlin, for 3 years and then another year on and off. Caitlin and I just clicked. I met her because we were both regulars at the smoothie spot I go to. I go to the same smoothie spot after the gym every day. They know my name now, LOL, or used to. My ex Amber bought me a smoothie maker when we were together, so I just use that now and add my protein and creatine in it. When I tell you Caitlin and I just had an insane amount of chemistry, 1, she was absolutely fine. I mean, people would tell me, your girl is bad all the time, LOL. What I liked most of all, though, was the intellectual and philosophical conversations we had. When we would see each other at the smoothie place, we would talk for like 2 hours before she said, "Take my number so you stop holding me up." We started dating, and I was madly in love with her. I loved talking to her, the sex, and being around her. But she wasn't the most honest person. She would lie about where she was and who she was with. I eventually found out she was cheating on me, and to my credit, I tried to give it another shot. She cheated again. Even after that, we had this on and off again relationship, and I felt like every time I tried to move on, she would come back. I know she loved me, but she will even tell you this. She self-sabotages because she's scared of the love she feels for me. So when I'm about to move on, it's like, oh no, it's really over. And she comes back, but then self-sabotages again. So last year, I started dating this girl. She lives in the same apartment complex I'm in, and I met her at the pool. I can't swim, and she joked that it's because of my muscles. It's hard to float, and was teaching me how to swim. I asked her out, and we were together for 9 months. She did so much for me. Caitlin never bought me anything or paid for anything. Even on my birthday, I paid for both of our stuff. Amber is not like that at all. She spoils me rotten. She's probably the sweetest girl I've ever met. But Caitlin and I had history. Caitlin apologized to me, and she didn't even know about Amber and how she is ready to be a wife. Not a girlfriend, but a wife. She unlearned the self-sabotaging behavior. It's not that I didn't love Amber, but Caitlin and I had the history, the philosophical talks, etc. So I needed to see how it would go, because I always felt like I would marry Caitlin. Well, Caitlin cheated again, and I realized I'm done with her. At first, I still had pictures of us on my phone even when I was with Amber, because I just thought Caitlin and I would end up together. I deleted all of them and blocked her on everything. I gave it my all, but I just don't have it in me anymore. I can sleep at night and can fully give to Amber. Amber and I still live in the same complex, but I think she's moving soon. She was supposed to move in with me at the end of her lease, and that would have been now, but 3 months ago, I broke up with her for Caitlin. But when I see Amber now, she's cold. She will say hi but is very short with me. And today she was mean. When I knocked on her door, she told me she's not going to be my consolation prize until Caitlin comes back, and to get the heck out my face with that BS. She never raised her voice at me, and she's normally very sweet. She did text me an apology message for cursing at me and raising her voice, and I appreciate that. I do want to talk to her and just express that she's not a consolation prize, and that I'm all in. Any advice is appreciated. Long story short, you messed around with a habitual cheater, one that constantly lied to you. Probably convinced yourself that you were in love with her due to her personality, but when in reality it was likely because she was a baddie and fine. Nothing to do with personality, but rather looks. On and off with that woman for years. Then you started dating a new woman, and things were going fine. Yet, the ex hit you up and you dumped her immediately for your cheating ex. And shocker, got cheated on again. Now, you want to go crawling back to the other girl who you dumped because someone else came along? Surprised that she is mad and not interested in what you're selling? Is it really a surprise to you that she is now cold? I hope Amber moves on. I can't in good conscience provide advice on how to win Amber back, because what you did here was underserving of a second chance. Can't be dumping people for others and using them as a placeholder and fallback option. It's gross. But the philosophical conversations, Limau. Look, at this point you just need to respect Amber's wishes and give her space. You've broken up, and you're not going to get another shot. Even if I don't get another shot, I do want to just reassure her that she was never a consolation prize, and I hate that she feels that way. The best way to do that is to respect her wishes. She told you to go away and stop talking to her. Show her that you can listen and actually do it. She also texted me apologizing, so I'm not sure if she is just apologizing about raising her voice and cursing at me, or if she wants to have a no-pressure candid conversation. So she'll be punished for doing that as a woman, because you apparently take that to mean she didn't really mean no. She said she doesn't want to talk. An apology doesn't change that. It's not a secret hint to ignore what she told you. Stop trying to violate her boundaries. Last story. Told a married woman's husband that she was sexting my boyfriend. I'm 24 and have been dating my boyfriend for about a year. He works in a smaller office where everyone is super close, always grabbing drinks after work and texting constantly. I never had an issue with it, until a few weeks ago when he started acting sketchy. He was always glued to his phone, stepping out to take calls and flipping his screen over when I'd walk by. One night he fell asleep with his phone unlocked, and I saw a bunch of messages from a woman he works with. Her name's Bree. They started off kind of flirty and escalated into full-on sexting. She sent pictures. He sent them back. They talked about hooking up but not getting caught. What really set me off is she's married. I found her Instagram and sure enough, she posts pictures with her husband and their toddler like everything's perfect. So I messaged him. I told him everything, sent screenshots, and let him know this wasn't just a misunderstanding. He was shocked and thanked me for being honest. My boyfriend lost it. He said I completely overstepped, that it wasn't my place to ruin her marriage, and that I've now made his job miserable. Some of his friends are saying I went too far and should have just left it alone. But honestly, if I was being cheated on, I'd want to know. I didn't lie. I just didn't protect someone who didn't deserve it. I would want to know too if my partner did that. Also, did you spell X wrong by accident? Or are you actually still with him? He's 100% my ex now. The second I saw those messages, it was over. I'm not sticking around for someone who hides things and then blames me for the fallout. You're a smart gal and did exactly the right thing. When you cheat on your spouse, you cheat on your kids. Hooray for you. You did the right thing by telling the husband. He deserved to know. And I really hope that you dumped your cheating boyfriend, because you deserve better. Don't listen to anyone else but your own conscience. You saved that man a lot of heartache down the road and showed him who his wife was. Thank you so much. That's exactly how I feel. He deserved to know the truth, and I wasn't going to protect people who clearly had no problem hurting others. And yeah, I'm done with my ex. I deserve someone who respects me. It was a crappy thing to do to Bree, and it is exactly what she deserved. You're not her friend. You're the woman whose boyfriend she was sexting while she had a full-on family oblivious at home. No, F her and F your ex-boyfriend. They're terrible people, and I am so sorry that they did this to you. There's no moral high ground when it comes to reacting to your partner's infidelity. It is humiliating, heartbreaking, and absolutely crushing to find out the person you love has been playing you. You did the best thing you could, which is letting her husband know what's happening behind his back. You're amazing. 10 over 10. I hope Bree and your ex never live this down.